Ife mere ọdịnala omenala Igbo ife ọ bụ na anyị ghọtara n'ezie na ihe niile nwere ife kwudewere ya. N'ọdịnala na omenala Igbo, in matters of spirituality, dịka ndị Igbo si were afụta, dịka ndị Igbo si were eme, Igbo ghọtara n'ezie na ọ na-abụ ife kwụrụ ife akwụdebie. O nwere ife na-akwụ naanị ya, na ife ọbụla ebe niile mmadụ niile nwere ife kwudebere ya in existence. Ọ bụ nghọta a merụ Igbo ji eme ife ha na-eme. Ọ bụ nghọta a kpatara n'Igbo na-emekọrịta with ife niile kwudebere ife niile. Igbo commune with the unseen part of everything that exists. As a matter of fact, Igbo believe that, not even believe, we Igbo, we know that without that unseen part that stand beside or behind that which is seen, then that which is seen cannot stand. And so Igbo lay emphasis on the unseen part that accompany every seen part that exists. Ife kwuru ife akwudebie. Ihe anụnwa bụ idea that inform everything anyị na-eme n'ihe gbasara ịgọ mmụọ. Na ihe ada afụ anya na-akwado ife a na-afụ anya bụ mmụọ. Mmụọ is simply ife ada afụ anya, ihe zoro iri ezo. Ọnya bụ mmụọ. Ọnya mere Igbo bịa a na-edepict ya na mmọnwụ. Mmọnwụ kpuchiri iru, ada afụ ya masquerade. Ada afụ iri ya anya. Mmọnwụ, mmụọ. It is Igbo trying to express mmụọ. Ọnya bụ masquerade, mmọnwụ anyị na-afụ. Now this is to tell you that na no nwere ife kwụ nke a na-afụ anya wee kwụrụ. Everything you see in your surrounding, in your environment, every human being you see, every animal you see, every tree, plant, the sun you see, the earth you see that you stand on, the waters and everything have the unseen part of it that the human eye don't see. And we also relate with that part that we don't see. Onya bụ ịgọ mmụọ. We speak to that part that we don't see because we know they exist. And when you speak to them, their action is what you eventually see in the physical. Because the Ezinwa Anaedo you see, you hear his voice, is actually the manifestation of his unseen part. His unseen part. The unseen part ada afụ anya have no other way of expressing itself other than through the part a na-afụ anya, which is the physical. In other words, Ezinwa na-afụ here, however handsome I am, however tall I am, however physical feature you can see about me is actually how my unseen part choose to manifest itself. That my unseen part, chi, with every other thing, sokwien. Otu anu akọ dịkwazị every other human being. Onya mere na ọ bụrụ na ị na-agwa m okwu now as Ezinwa Anaedo, you are also speaking to that my unseen part. You are also speaking to that my unseen part. You are communing with that my unseen part. Maka na akwụla m naanị m. The same thing with trees. Trees in the surrounding. Okay? These are trees. These are trees. This is tree. Yeah, this is tree. Now, this tree have unseen part that you don't see. But you only see this physical. But this tree have the unseen part that actually the consciousness. That unseen part is the consciousness of this tree. Just like my unseen part is my consciousness. The unseen part of Ezinwa Anaedo is my consciousness. And that my consciousness means that it is capable of hearing, perceiving, reacting. But its reaction that you see will be evident through this physical body. What I call this tree. It is that unseen consciousness of this tree that I, Ezinwa Anaedo, can come to this tree, speak to this tree. I can speak to this tree. And what I speak to this tree will be seen, manifest on this tree. Or in the direction that my intention for speaking to this tree moves. Because of that unseen consciousness of this tree. It is that unseen, you know that normally biology or science teaches us that the oxygen we breathe is produced by all these trees, all these green plants and trees we see in our surrounding. But the oxygen, we don't see it though. Do you see oxygen with your eye? You don't. But they are produced by this tree. It is part of the unseen consciousness of this tree. Na mụ nwere ike ịbịakwute osisi a na-agwa osisi okwu. Osisi anụnwa, that unseen consciousness of this tree we perceive what I say, we receive the vibration of ihe nkwulu, and this tree will act in accordance, just like otu anọ now. Ewem na-eme ha somebody wee nọ n'ebe anywhere kpọọ Ezinwa Anaedo. Once the person called my name, I will respond to that stimuli, to that call by looking. That is my chi responding through my physical body. When somebody calls Ezinwa Anaedo and I look, that Ezinwa Anaedo the person actually calls is my chi that the person called. Onya wefa Igbo kwuru sị nọ na bagu onya afa chi ya analụ akpọ nwata afa chi ya aza maka na your chi is that unseen consciousness. So the original being that actually responds to that call bụ my chi. But my chi responds through this physical body by turning this body towards the direction of the call. You know what he na-ekwu? Your chi will always act through the physical body. So also this tree. And one may not go, you may have heard spiritualists tell you that trees have the ability to heal when you ask them to heal you. How? By going to this tree, for example, making your intention known to the unseen consciousness of this tree. And then that unseen consciousness of this tree will respond to your need. Just like I can come to this tree, maybe hug this tree like this, I can hug this tree. It is actually the unseen consciousness of this tree that I'm hugging. The energy of this tree, which is not seen. I am hugging both this physical tree and also the unseen consciousness. But it is actually the unseen consciousness that I am hugging, but I do it through this physical manifestation of that unseen consciousness. And you know what? When I hug this tree with feeling of affection, with love, with the right intention, the unseen consciousness of this tree receives that energy that I have given it. Do you understand? Everything is alive. Everything have consciousness in them. The earth we step on, we are walking on, the waters we drink, everything in our surrounding, even the animals. That is the reason, for example, you actually igburu mmụọ anọ, ijide the mmụọ, ijide the anọ n'aka, you begin to go off tupu igbuo the anọ, iji the anọ n'aka, iwe na-aga off. You are actually speaking to the unseen consciousness of that animal. It is the unseen consciousness in that animal that will receive your message. And when it journey in the spirit, we deliver your message to the spirit. Onya bata na mmadụ enwere ike just weta anụ kịta anụ abụọ just like that without speaking into the animal. Speaking into the unseen consciousness of that animal. O nwere ike ka ị na-agba the animal okwu, the animal nwere ike na-behave like ọ da anụ ihe ị na-ekwu. Of course, animal call. But the animal, the unseen consciousness of the animal receives the communication, because it is, when you speak to the animal, it is actually your chi talking to the chi of the animal, chi to chi. Your chi speaking to the chi of the animal, energy to energy. And they receive it, the communication is passed. Onya bata na ị ga-emesịa ya gbuoro the mmụọ. The mmụọ ị na-egburu the anụ igbuorie ya. And the message you communicate to that ọkụkọ ma ọ bụ ewu, the mmụọ ị nyere ya will receive it. And when it receives it, you begin to see the manifestation in your life according to the direction in yellow. So when ọbụ na Igbo bịa weta ọkụkọ kịta na-agwa ọkụkọ okwu, you can imagine when you come to a dibia now or somebody and the person is speaking to ọkụkọ. The person is not mad. The person is speaking to the unseen consciousness of that ọkụkọ, not the ọkụkọ itself, because the physical manifestation of the unseen consciousness of the ọkụkọ nwere ike or the ignorant. But the energy perceives. Otu anọ akwazi ka ọ dị place. We have talked about human being. We have talked about things like trees and animals. Now we talk about place. A place that is, a place within a given geographical location. Okay, for example, now Ezinwa Anaedo now. This is a place. Every place you see also have spirit inhabiting it. Onwere mmụọ be everywhere. Anabema. Even before my father gave me here, before I begin to consider here my obi, my bem, enwego mmụọ ndị nọ here. Enwego mmụọ be here, be na ania. And my coming in here is not to replace them or displace them, no. My coming in here and living here is actually to live with those forces peacefully. And that is why you remember in my past teaching where I told you about before you establish your dwelling on a land, consider the unseen consciousness of that land. Speak to them in the right way. Appease them the right way. Do for them what you need to do for them. Do I need a table? Shift to Isaiah. Don't worry about it. Speak to them the right way. Recognize them. Makana if one of the 10 na coming into realms without recognizing, paying homage with one. Me coming to live here as my obi, those one already, they are like my landlord. They own this place. I am only like renting it. I am only like here to borrow this place to live for a while. I have to fair. Therefore, there is a need for me to pay my dues to them. There is a need for me to pay my dues to them. When I don't pay that my dues to them, I am in debt. And how I can go anywhere, anyhow they choose. So, Igbo recognizes the unseen consciousness in everything, in every person, in every place. Able somebody the conscious. Whenever you step into a land, you should speak to the land. Recognize ya no nwere mmụọ nwe ana. O nwere mmụọ nwe ebe battle. Recognize them. Onya meloji adwa devastating. When you just come to a place and you just suddenly start to build a house without recognizing mmụọ nwe the landlord of that land. You just start ibidobo fibu. Buto a block, doewa, buto a concrete over, mewe hena na alone. You didn't recognize no one were here. Probably if you na I go man go more where you know nothing more. Mother careful over. Then man already, you could go hanky ha. Yeah? Onya merenju ekuziro na ha nkuziro na that my past teaching about how to appease mwana with ana and also ibu ewu ana. Only here cheta the teaching. Just go to my page and research. Every place has spirits that is behind the consciousness that is behind the physical existence. What was called the Namiri. Maybe water. You come to water. Understand and recognize no one with that meaning. O nwere mmụọ nwe that mmiri a bịa na. O nwere mmụọ ndị nọ already. Na mmiri a, and if ọ bụ na ị bịara ime na mmiri a, there is a need for you to recognize the landlord of that dwelling or that physical location of that particular place and you speak to them. Onya bụ na Igbo na-eje na mmiri eje achụ aja. Iruo there to appease the owners of that water and to ask them for favor. You appease them, you speak to them. When you see somebody, when you see somebody on a mmiri were ọjị ma ọ bụ nzu ọ na-ekwu okwu, you know, if you are a Christian or somebody that have not experienced spirituality before, you'll be like, who is this person talking to? Is it the water? Mmiri ọ na-anụ ihe ị na-ekwu? Yes, ọ na-anụ. Mmiri a na-anụ ihe ọ na-ekwu. The unseen consciousness of that water is actually hearing what you are saying. Is perceiving the vibration you are giving out. Ọ na-anụ ihe ị na-ekwu. Every physical manifestation have unseen consciousness. Even the sun have unseen consciousness. When you speak to the sun, you are not just speaking to this brightness or the sun. You are speaking to the unseen consciousness of the sun. It is that unseen consciousness that manifests this light. The light here now for opposite the physical body. Igbo ji asị na anyanwụ na-agbala. For us na anyanwụ na-eze anyanwụ na. What is that na? Meaning that it's actually two components in one. So any physical location you come to, recognize that more. Respect territories. Respect territories. On a video I'm watching on social media, on Facebook the other day. A child, the mother is pregnant, and the child, the child was speaking to the baby in the womb. The child on the outside was speaking to the baby in the womb. And somebody would be like, the baby on the baby actually hears. The baby hears. Speak to things in the right proportion, in the right manner. They will hear what you are saying and they will deliver. You understand what I'm saying? So, I know about the basis of ego more. The basis of ego more is simply man recognizing the unseen consciousness in everything, in every people, in every existence, in every place. That is just ego more. Recognizing the unseen. Unseen. That now be unseen may you able more. Because more be father afanya. And I water. More be father afanya. And these unseen consciousness, they are actually active, impactful. They are actually very powerful. Their impact is what is standing the pillars of the world, of the existence. You understand? So you speak to everything. Like this daily golf of a thing that I always talk about. In your daily golf, assemble all creation and address them. In your daily golf as a human being, as a higher consciousness, let your chi speak to all the chi in existence in your daily golf. Daily golf is not just about chimbiatalogy. It's not what you are doing goes beyond speaking to your chi. In your daily golf, you should allow your chi, your own unseen consciousness to address the chi and the unseen consciousness of all creation. Everything in creation. Mandeno nenu, mandeno nane, mandeno na aka nni ụwa, mandeno na aka ekpe ụwa, mandeno na iru ụwa, mandeno na azụ ụwa, mandeno na ya enu ana, mandeno na mmiri, mandeno na ikuku, mandeno na anyanwụ. You are addressing all consciousness. You don't have to see them to address them. You don't have to see them to address them. You speak to them. You address them. You are like, how do I say it? As a human being, you are higher status. All these unseen consciousness within this universe takes orders from you. It is your order that directs them to actions. Things go wrong in the world because men give the wrong instruction to the unseen consciousness. You as an Igbo person, to whom originally the care of this universe is given, you should always address all the unseen consciousness and direct them aright. It was when Igbo began to deviate from this divine duty and responsibility, that was when ife mgbu anyị bidoro. Mgbe aka ife mgbu anyị bidoro. Because originally to the Igbo is given the power, would I say the care of the entire unseen consciousness within this dwelling of this universe, this house I am here. My name is Charlie Igbo. Due to the influence of the intruders, the influence of the intruders that came from somewhere else where they devastated and they escaped to earth. They escaped. Some of them, foreigner, escaped into here. And then the Igbo nation accepted them. Ebido modify to be able to adapt here, because here was not their original dwelling. All Sirifiki adapt here. Ebido modify through medications and all that. We make those here. When you see for their own ebefagan or gato to famma. However, no ziaba we bido boy basawa. We measure the way bido's influence was done already. The same thing family never fast if I bido kwazi way here. They started influencing and then changing a lot of things. And then the Igbo nation started deviating. Hapwazia if I go for family. Normally every Igbo man is a priest. I'm going to go born here. Every Igbo man is a priest to the universe. The universe is there for you to instruct, to direct in the right manner. So only Igbo obuna, especially the man of the family, take up whatever you have and begin to assemble all the unseen consciousness in existence and speak to them. Let your chi address them. Speak to them through the power of your chi. Akajiofo Ezinwa is not about Chimo Biatalogy, Agwam Biatalogy. You are addressing the entire creation as an Igbo person. And what you know. So Igbo, we know that there are unseen consciousness in everything, and all these consciousness, all these energies, they are there for you to direct aright. Akajiofo Ezinwa is not about Chimbunye Agwamo Nyamike, enemy nwa. See, ịghọta ife ị na-eme na Akajiofo Ezinwa. A man in a sacred duty, a sacred act that is just far beyond the religion name. In your Akajiofo, that is when you have when you sit on your throne as a king and priest. They can want feel able, and with urge in your hand, every creation assemble on that your table, and you should begin to give instructions how things should go. In a way for your name. But first of all, you have to recognize your whom you are. Watagodo na-ebu priest and the na-ebu king. Onya mere Igbo na-aga off, anyị na-ebulu oche n'ala ana. A king sits to address the people. You sit to address all the unseen consciousness in creation. You feed them and then you direct them. So, in a nutshell, I hope you learned something from this meditation. Learn to respect people. In respecting people, you respect their shi. In dishonoring people, you dishonor their shi. Learn to respect things in creation, trees, plants, and all that, animals. Learn to respect them. Even if you are using them to serve your purpose, let them understand. Bagudu foku. Ụbọchị wuru ugbo tupu igbo asị na a na-egbu osisi. Maybe osisi a na. Ise ni na-egbu ya probably for the purpose of ka inwe firewood ị ga-eji si nri. Ma ọ bụ for the purpose na ebe ọkwụ na ịchọrọ na o nwere ihe ịchọrọ iji ebe a wee mee and osisi anọghị ya adịrọ mma. Ụbọchị wuru ugbo tupu igbo ewelu mma gbuo osisi a ga-ebugodo ụzọ gbaa osisi okwu, gbaa the unseen consciousness of this tree, agba ya okwu. Agba ihe a chọrọ ime, gba the reason eji wee chọ ime. Ụbọchị wuru ugbo, this is the original way Igbo si eme ife because Igbo respects everything. Igbo respect the unseen consciousness in everything. Igbo mano nwere mmụọ nya na osisi akwụ. Therefore, you can't just remove the physical manifestation of that without addressing that unseen consciousness. Yes. Onya mere even ụbọchị wuru ugbo tupu Igbo ewolu ọgụ si na abalụ na ana. Nya wolu ọgụ baa na ana, maybe ka ịkonye nri. Ka ịkonye nri ka inwete nri ị ga-eri. Igbo ga-ebugodo ụzọ gbaa na ahụ okwu. Any act you are taking on any place or thing or whatever, speak to the unseen consciousness of that. Did you speak to the unseen consciousness of that okoko? Or did you just feel na no nwere na ọba uru? Ọba kwara uru. Otu isi wee dọndụ ka o si wee dọndụ. Ị na-aghọta? It is ọkwanụ mmadụ mgbe mmadụ bidoro abuse we creation ka creation bidoro abuse we mmadụ. If you respect creation, respect boundaries, then you see that ihe niile ga na-respect gị. Ikwu okwu fe gee ntị. Kịta anụwa mmadụ ya aga ụfọdụ ka ọ na o nwere ife o mere. Because of what the beings you are speaking to, you don't even respect them. You don't respect them. So one of the reasons that make man to struggle for everything. On a very good day, when man was here on his throne, we walk on a throne na-eme ihe otu kwesịrị. Man don't need to speak twice before mmụọ eme ife o kwuru. Mgbe mmadụ ka nọ na that consciousness, mgbe mmadụ ka nọ n'oche eze ya and nọ n'oche dịka priest, dịka onye nchụaja, man did not need to speak twice tupu mmụọ eme ife o kwuru. Just once. For action ebido. Because then man respect everything. When you begin to disrespect people or disrespect things, then automatically you have leveled against them and you have attracted their wrath. So okay, ghọta ebe mmiri na-esi aba n'opi ụgbọgụrụ. Ezinwa na m na-aga ọfọ every day, mana my situation remain the same. ka ịghọta ebe ihe si were bido wee gbalụba. Ezinwa na ma achụcha na aja niile dibịa si mụ chụọ, yet my situation remain the same. Ọ ka ịghọta ebe ife na-emenụ si. Ọ ngị mere onwe gị, ọ bụla mmadụ mere gị. On a very good day, ọjị iworo wee che n'iru anyanwụ kwuo okwu, waa ya wụpụ. Ifu ife ọ na-eme, ifu ọmụ ị gbara okwu, ọ nọrọ in action, ị na-afụ ife ọ na-eme. But now it don't happen. Ị ga-awa ọjị awagide ewa ya 1 million times before mmụọ abịa mee ife ikwuru. It's not the fault of any human being. It's not even the fault of dibịa na-arụ gị ọrụ. It's your fault. It's your fault. Begin to correct them. Begin to correct your ideology, your perception about things, your understanding of things. Your understanding of things. Begin to change your mind, your mindset towards things. I have to stop here. Please share this video. It's very educative. It's very educative. Share my video massively. Tụsasịa ka ndị ọzọ ghọtakwa, ka ndị ọzọ fịa wee gekwa wee mụtakwa. Maka a ga na-ekwu. A ga na-ekwu. Ọnụ na-ekwu n'ọdị mana ntị adịkwa ịnụ. Cheta na eve nkwa na anyị na-eme saraka na obi anyị, saraka ndị mmiri, maka ndị nwere mmasị isonye. Chat me on WhatsApp 08032477868. Ọnwekwa na ọrụ ahụ na-echọ ka arụ ọrụ gị ọrụ mmụọ ime ka mmadụ. My name is Ezinwa Anaedo. I come for the total restoration of ordinary na omenala Igbo. Ka emesịa.